Hey, welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com. Missouri Sports Network, where everyone has a home field advantage, brought to you by Great Southern Bank. Great Southern Bank with more than 100 locations in 6 states. They care as much about your money as you do. Great Southern Bank, member FDIC. Dope Propane, your shelter insurance agent, Grant Baker in Aurora, and the Bank of Billings and Chevy dealers of the Ozarks. Pleased to be joined now in our basketball preview. Blake Howarth, the head girls coach at Nevada High School. And Blake, thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you. Excited to come in and talk to you and talk about our Lady Tigers program.
You bet. And kind of pulling double duty today because it's football, and Nevada's having a pretty successful season in football, and you've got duties there as well. But we're going to focus on the Lady Tigers here today, coming off of a 11-13 season a year ago. What have you got to replace? Who'd you lose to graduation, and who's coming back?
We lost 3 seniors this past season. Tylan Hethmann, she was an all-area player, first team all-conference, second team, first team all-state, and she was second team all-area. She averaged, I think it was like 13 or 14 points for us a game, just a standout, great athlete. She multiple sport athlete. She played softball and basketball for us. She just was our spark, brought that energy. She could score, had a great little runner, is what we called it, in the lane, could shoot outside, but she was able to guard just about anybody. And we used her in that aspect as well, guarding post players at times to guarding, the best player on the floor. Tylan's going to be one that we're going to miss. Leadership wise was there. She set the tone for us in practice. Just really set the mentality and our expectation. She did everything what we were looking for. It's going to be a tough one to lose Ty like that. We do have some underclassmen that has full potential of doing so. It's just going to take a little bit. Another senior that we lost was Abby Harder. She set out her junior year and came back this past year, her senior year. She's another softball kid. Loved basketball, absolutely missed it her junior year. We were so happy to get her back. We graduated 6 seniors the previous year, and she had to help fill a lot of those shoes that we missed last year. And she did a great job. She came in, handled the basketball for us, and another one that was able to get to the hole, get to the free throw line, a good outside shooter. And then on the defensive floor, every night we matched her up. If Ty wasn't guarding the best player, it was Abby Harder, another super athletic basketball player for us, athlete, like I said, multiple sport athlete. So she's going to be a tough one to fill, just for the fact the energy she brought. Another one that brought the tone to practice. She didn't care who you were, what grade you were. She got up and got after you, got in your shorts, played, great defense. Once again, brought that energy. We're really going to miss her as well. And then Malia Hinton, another senior, she played 4 years for us. She was just the person we turned to if we ever needed anything. Kind of I would say a role player, but it didn't matter what it was. She was a player that guarded, inside and out. She came in off the bench for us, was able to pull great rebounds. That's what we kind of looked for her for, was that defensive present and then also a rebounder. It kind of changed from night to night, but she stepped up to it. She accepted the role and the challenge and did a great job all season for us. Absolutely happy that she stuck it out. She wasn't for sure finishing the season, but she came out and did great things for us at practice, but then also in games that she was able to get in and play for us.
And what do you lose those 3 seniors who are vital? Who are some of the kids that the young ladies are going to step up and have to fill some of those shoes?
The one that we're really going to look for this season to step up and fill those shoes is junior Maddie Majors. She played a little bit for us as a sophomore. She has great basketball instincts. Just different pace. The going from middle school to freshman and JV and varsity, it's just the speed's different. And so she did a great job this summer understanding that speed and what we're looking for, and just super coachable. She's got a lot of potential on the offensive end, defensive end, a lot of potential. She's a cross-country runner. She played volleyball the last couple of years, track athlete. She's good. And so we're going to look for her to kind of fill some of those roles, handling the basketball for us, being able to score. We don't want to be so, I guess, one player on the offensive end. And so we really need her to step up and knock down shots for us and take care of the basketball on that end. A returner that we have that did great for us, she actually had a couple 20-point games, Clara Swearingen. She's coming back. She averaged, I think, right around 10 or 12 points for us last season. Another one that gets it done on both ends of the floor. Really going to have to lean on her for a leadership role. As a freshman, they kind of stand back and let those upperclassmen do the talking. But her playing is what set her aside from everyone else. And so we're going to have to look for her to be more vocal this year. Great scorer. She can create. Her first step is super quick. But then again, I mean, she's going to have to get it done for us on the defensive end, guarding the best player. And that's going to take a lot out of her, to be a scorer on the offensive end and come down and have to guard the best player. But she wants it. And she's already talked to me this summer about it. And she's excited and looking forward for that role. And it's got me excited to watch her grow because she's only a sophomore. And so to get multiple years of a player with that, I guess, integrity and drive, I'm so excited for it. Another one, Abby Hethmann. She's our post player. She's a junior this year. She got better. That was one player that I think improved. Last year, it was her first time getting varsity men. She improved just about every single game. And so we played, 24 games there last season. And every game, I felt like she got better and better. She's already spoke with her. She's already breaking down film from last year, some things that she wants to improve on. And, it's fun when kids are excited and looking forward to a season. Another multi-sport athlete, she's playing volleyball right now, but still watching basketball film. She's a track athlete too. So she's growing. She's an outside hitter, I think, for volleyball. So she's got some ups, which is nice to see. We're going to count on her to be the man in the middle. And that's what I expect from her. And she knows that. And, it's Tylan Hethmann's little sister. And so she has that, athletic background. She's got that leadership drive. I can see it in her just because of her sister and her family. So she's going to have to take on an important role for us. She can also knock down the outside shot, which is nice for a 6-foot post player to step out there to be, open up the lane, and you have to guard her. And so that's going to open up things for our offense and then get it done on the defensive end. Katie Johnson, she came on early for us. And like I said, the speed of the game kind of got to her. Took a little bit to figure it out. After Christmas break, she really started clicking and connecting and understanding the speed of the game. And this is what we want from her as a freshman. She's going to be a sophomore this season, and her motor, oh my gosh, she flies around on the floor. She has bruises up and down her shins from diving on the floor. She's not scared of anybody, anyone. And we need that. You need that kind of tenacious mentality that I'm just going to get up and get after you. Ty had that, Abby had that. And so another player that we're going to have to count on to step into those roles. Very capable of it, did great things for us. She's always cut into the basket. And it's amazing to watch a freshman kind of figure it out and just start clicking. And she did that for us, especially late in our season, which, that's what really matters. You build up to the end to start really being good and understanding the game. And we had several girls do that, and she was definitely one of them. Another one that's standing out is Logan Applegate. Logan Applegate's her older brother. Everybody kind of knows about Logan Applegate in the area. She has that same potential. I mean, her basketball IQ is through the roof, very smart. She was a freshman last year. She's going to be a sophomore this year. Great outside shot. This summer, we really focused on defense and rebounding and just getting the job done. And she did that. She stepped up to the challenge and took it on. And I loved it. She was able to do so. It got me excited this summer, in June. So we were like 3-4 months away, and I'm thinking, holy cow, in June, let's go. I'm excited for this. She was able to step up and improve, and she's continued to improve her jump shots there. She's working on speed, and we need that. We need her to step onto the floor and be a scorer for us. And I think she's very capable of it, and she knows she is too. I'm probably leaving some out. Those are some ones that are just really jumping out at me. We had some success this summer. We were in a league, went 3-1, and then 5-3 in another league. So we had some success. All those losses too this summer were single digit, kind of like last year. Last year, last season, we were in every game. I felt like we went to overtime a couple games, and then once again single digit losses. So that 11-13 could easily change, to I don't even know, probably 15-8 or something like that. So we could easily change several of those games. But super proud of our girls, the effort they put in, the way they play. They know the expectation, and they get it done in practice. A couple seniors, I guess I left a couple seniors here that returned to us. Grace Barnes, she started for us last year as a guard. She's a streaky shooter. It could be, go 4 games, and she probably scores anywhere that, the first 8 to 10 points, 12 points for us. And then she could go ice cold. But the way she plays, you would never know it. On the defensive end, continues to grind and play defense and bust her rear, and we love that. And so we're going to count on her to be more of a scorer and have confidence to continue to let it fly. And she's got the green light, and so she's got to have confidence when she shoots. And we'll get that done early in practice. Get back in the routine. She's another multi-sport athlete, track, volleyball player, does great. She's a libero for our volleyball team in Nevada, and she flies around. She's always going after every single loose ball, diving on the floor, and she does the same thing in basketball. She sets the tone for us at times, and we need that with those senior girls that we lost. Bailey Ost was another girl that we returned as a senior this year. She's just our workhorse. That girl will get after people too. Reminds me, I think Katie Johnson and her are really similar. Bailey is able to probably shoot a little better on the outside, which if she's open, let it fly. But we really look for her to get it done on the defensive end. I think she's 5'6" or 5'7", but she's down in the post. She's down playing, battling with those girls, and she does a great job of it. Has an knack for the ball, and just always around grabbing rebounds for us and going after every loose ball. So that's another one that we have this season returning. I'm not for sure how many girls we actually have returning from last year, but like you said, football season kind of I got to spend a little more time looking at it, but I think we return about 7 or 8 from last season. That's really going to help us, and just that experience. When we graduated 6th the previous year, it was tough, and when you lose that experience, we had one girl returning with any varsity experience last season. And so this year it's kind of crazy to even think everybody I'm naming off here, how many we actually have coming back. And so I'm sure I left some out. We got a couple girls returning for their junior year that didn't play last year, their sophomore year. Frankie Fine, post player. She's around 6 foot. Another one that just has an act for the ball. So not only do we return some experience, we also return some height, and we're excited for that.
Good deal. We're visiting with Blake Howarth. He's the Nevada Lady Tigers head basketball coach. And Blake, just for the viewers and listeners, just a little bit about your background. You graduated there in the Big 8, and talk about where you've been and how you ended up back at Nevada.
Yeah, I graduated 2009 from Lamar, Missouri, just 27 miles south of here from Nevada, and met my wife in college down in Joplin, and she's a Nevada alum, and an opportunity came back for us to come back to this area where she's from, and we couldn't resist it. We've been here since 2013. absolutely love it. We actually got two daughters, younger ones in the Nevada School District. They love it. This is truly home. Lamar and Nevada always has that big rivalry, but there's no bad blood. I love Lamar, but this is home. This is where we've been, and I'm excited to call it home. Like I said, two younger girls. We got a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old that I'm hoping they can bring a little potential in the next few years. Mama's only 5'2", so we gotta keep letting them grow. They could get out there. We got an incoming freshman that's 5'2", and she's got so much potential. So nothing against 5'2" people, but I'm hoping they get dad's height and we're able to really continue on what this program has set with Coach Bartlett. The last few years we've had success, winning conference and winning districts, and that's what we want to get back to, and that's what we want to uphold with our program is being successful, but then not only on the court, but young ladies in life.
You bet. Well, Coach Howarth, we certainly appreciate you being part of the Missouri Sports Network here on High School Game Day and the basketball previews. And hey, best of luck as you go forward. And hopefully we can do this again here, maybe mid-season, and get you out off the football field after a state championship and for the Nevada Tigers in football. But we look forward to it, and we really appreciate you being generous with your time today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And I love that. Reach out anytime during this season. Any opportunity I have to talk about our girls, I want that for them. I love this team. I love this school. And so any chance you get, I'm always here for that and willing to do so. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Guy.
Hey, you bet. Thanks, Coach. You're listening to the Missouri Sports Network here, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, on our high school basketball previews on High School Game Day, brought to you by Great Southern Bank, Doak Propane, the Bank of Billings, Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, and your shelter insurance agent in Aurora, Grant Baker. And we'll be back for more interviews and more previews after this.